What's going on? It's your boy Bowie here. Uh, as you can tell, this microphone quality is inferior because I'm not at home. I'm at work right now, and I just so happened to be bringing my laptop, my PC that I use for recording my videos. I didn't even know there was a Kombat cast today. Either I didn't know, or it completely slipped my mind, or I don't know what the hell. But there's a Kombat cast today, or there was a Kombat cast today for T-1000, and we learned that Subzero is getting a buff. Check it out.
For the most part, it sounds like a cool hand. It does. It's a freeze hand. Combat. Take a look.
Subzero has a hit confirm. He has a freezing hit confirm move. Yes! Jesus! Jesus! Yes! Yay! Yay. Thank God. NRS. Thank you. Okay? Thank you. This was the lone thing that Subzero needed, was a way to meterlessly hit confirm from his strings. Now, we have to, now I'm going to be a little bit more measured and calm, and I'm going to go back and restart it from scratch. Matter of fact, we're going to slow this down because I want to analyze this in more detail. You dig what I'm saying? Let's do this at 0.75 speed. All right. So notice Subzero's using this mid forward 1-2 freeze move. This looks like it's hitting meterlessly. Now it just so happens that forward 1-2 leaves the opponent the closest after any string cancel. And so we still don't quite know if this will work from 2-1 and 1-2. That's going to be the test. If this move meterlessly allows Subzero to combo from 2-1 and 1-2, it's a W. It's a raw W, you know what I'm saying? But if it don't, it kind of sucks that it doesn't do that, but it's still a W because Subzero will be able to meterlessly hit confirm from his mid. Now, there is one interesting component that I peeped, and it's pretty obvious. It puts the opponent in the air. So, at first you might be tempted to think that this is a drawback, but this actually could be a blessing in disguise because of the opponent is placed in the air. Subzero looks like he pauses for a second. So let's look. So then he has enough time to do forward 1. Right? Now, I'm hoping that there's enough time for us to get a back 2. That way we don't have to freeze with Ice Clone in order to combo, because I really want to have us avoid using Ice Clone to do a combo wherever possible for the reasons that we've talked about on this channel. However, even if you don't have enough time to do a back 2 here, there are still multiple cameos that will give Subzero combos from this position here. Cameos like Movado, cameos like Chameleon, cameos like Scorpion, all those airborne combo cameos, those will help out. But the idea is to not even use a cameo. Like if you're out of cameo meter and you don't have no meter, we want to have some sort of means to be able to combo. So we know that we have enough time to at least do forward 1. You know what I'm saying? Now the EX1 keeps the opponent on the ground. So he still has to spend a meter to keep the opponent grounded. But I want you to notice that you have enough time. Well, 2 things. 1, you can do this from his back 3, which means he can also do this from his back 2. So now his overhead will lead to a combo with meter. So now Subzero has a metered 50-50 combo starter, which he didn't have before. That alone is going to elevate his profile just a tad bit, because as much as, you know, the 24 frame overhead is technically reactable, there are going to be people that get smacked with it. And when they get smacked with it, this will lead to a combo. Now, my hope, 2 things. I do hope that NRS had the foresight to A, make this freeze move. Hold on. Oh shit, there's someone coming now. What the fuck? Shit. Hold on a second, y'all. I'll be back. Yeah, so we back. Yeah. So what I was saying was I'm hoping that NRS has the good sense to make this move a high, 1, and then 2, has the good sense to not make this move safe. That's right. I'm advocating for Subzero to have an unsafe 50-50 combo starter. Yes, I am. So my hope is that with this polar tap, or whatever this move is called, I forgot the name they gave to it, I hope it's a high, but even if it hits mid, okay, whatever. Right? If it is a high or a mid, whatever it may be, my hope is that the move is like -11 or -12 or something like that, to where if you're wrong on it, you're getting full combo punished. I don't want no -7 business, -8. Certainly not -5. I don't think that's appropriate. Because what I don't want is for a bunch of 50-50 YOLO sub players to be running around trying to mix people to death by doing back 3 into the polar move, or back 2 into the polar move, and getting safe 50-50s. I don't fuck with that idea. I don't like that idea at all. It's not fun to fight against. It's not fun when Subzero does it. It's not fun with anyone. You know, part of the reason why the cameo Farah is so AIDS is because for a long time her 50-50s were safe. Remember when Chameleon's Melina ball roll was safe, or safe-ish? That was trash too. You know what I'm saying? The fact that damn Natara has a safe-ass, launching-ass dive kick, that shit is AIDS too. We don't need any more dummy-ass moves that reward people so much for not really doing anything special. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not with that. So I don't want people running around doing back 2 into this move here and then being able to get away with that because it's not punishable. I don't fuck with that idea. So I'm hoping that NRS makes that move negative, and really I hope it's a high. That way if people are running around doing block strings into it, you can duck the shit and kill them. But in any case, notice how much time you have. You can do the move. You have enough time to jump over them and then side switch at will. And then you can still do Ice Clone again, which is dope. Now, I have to say this. I was really hoping that NRS would have sped up the ice ball, because I feel like that would have been the much better an easier thing to do rather than give Sub-Zero a whole new ass move. You know, giving him an entirely new freeze move that serves the same general purpose as the ice ball without being the ice ball. To me, it seems, you know, extraneous. But I do like this solution because it doesn't invalidate the Arctic, what's the move you call it? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Size 62. I'll think of the name in a minute. So that move is not invalidated because you can still use it to freeze people with meter. What's going to likely happen is with this particular new freeze move, if you turn around and use that to freeze folks and then do an ice clone into it, the clone's probably not going to last as long in the air. So there's going to be specific setups that won't work if you hit confirm into this polar touch or whatever the hell, polar tap, I forgot what they called it. There's going to be certain combos and strategies that won't work because of the increased cooldown, but it'll work from the size 62. You know what I'm saying? So Deadly Vapors, that's the name of the goddamn move. I was trying to think, I'm like, what is the name of this move? Yeah, so EX Deadly Vapors will still be very relevant to Sub-Zero because the ice clone's going to freeze people for the maximum amount of time in the air. Whereas with this new move, the ice clone's not going to freeze as long. So there's that. So I do like that Deadly Vapors is still useful. But honestly, I would have preferred if NRS would have just given us the faster ice ball and then rechange Deadly Vapors to be like a ground stalagmite or something. You know what I'm saying? That just stabs motherfuckers, but that's okay. All in all, I'm very pleased. I'm very curious about this move, and we have seen that the addition of one move or one new property can overhaul a character, as Sikander has just shown us by placing 9th at Venality. Shout out to Sikander for taking Sub-Zero Cyrax offline and demonstrating in front of the entire world that this character is definitely tournament viable. Now with a variety of cameos. You dig what I'm saying? I wanted to put this out there. That way people knew how I felt. This is my immediate reaction. I'm hype. You dig? So with that being said, I'll catch y'all later. Stay froze.